All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally back after a long series of delays. We apologize for that. Now, because of this, Oasis, Nails, Day, and Spa do have a 1-0 lead over Dreadnought Tempest right now in our Aegis Guardians League quarterfinals matchup in, I guess, a best of three, potentially. I'm with Malcolm. How's it going, man?
Good. I'm glad we finally got in this party started. Have Dreadnought lost bans? Because they didn't ban.
Oh, so
Okay.
Dreadnought will be keeping their bans. Their first ban is Vayne. They just didn't get it on towards the draft law overlay. So, just for mental reference, keep that there. But Dreadnought
Mm-hmm.
are proceeding with with the game as usual. So don't worry about that at all. As you see,
Okay.
Tristana getting banned out from Nad side, and Dreadnought did ban out the Vayne. So a lot of focus on AD carries here early on in the draft.
Yeah, but the thing is, Jason, I'm pretty sure that Nads have put the Vayne into the top lane, so it might just be a top Vayne ban.
Yeah, that is very possible. Now, Deity did play top Vayne in before, so for Deity, the top lane mastermind in AGL so far, one of the best performing top laners so far, definitely a worthy ban. As you see, the Jarvan, Veigar, Amumu, and Fizz bans come out respectively. So, what are we? Definitely no love for Yordles in this draft today.
Yeah, I was actually about to remark on that myself as the set's first picked by Dreadnought, and I wonder if it's going to be a flex or that's just going straight top as oh, okay. Nads have
Yeah,
my attention now. Hovering Seraphine.
yeah, that's very true. Seraphine, definitely, a champ who we did see those kind of 500 years off bounce at the start, but Seraphine's still definitely such a great team fighting champion, has that utility, has AoE heal, and it's gonna get locked in. Now, Seraphine most likely gonna be going. In fact, I don't know who will be going towards, but we do see Seraphine, we do see Mordekaiser being hovered here by Nads as well. Potentially gonna be a pickup for Diet T in the top lane, and yes, it looks like it will be.
Yeah, Nad seemed very confident that the set is only going to be going top lane, so securing the top counter pick before the pool can be pinched any further. And yeah, I don't really know where the Seraphine's going. It's a very ambiguous
Whoa.
pick. Oh, okay, the gauntlet's been thrown,
Yeah,
Jason.
like all the system thrown. Dreadnought definitely going for it here, picking these solo lanes super early as we see the Ezreal be definitely 80 carries being considered here by Dreadnought. Definitely a wide array of options here that are available for Rift 60, and it looks like Samira's being covered down. That would be a lot of spice in this game so far. Uh,
I
um
do like the Samira being locked in.
Whoa, it looks like it is gonna be Samira.
Yeah. So the wind wall is just so effective. Any wind wall is just so effective against the Seraphine ult. And so I think what Dreadnought's trying to do, they're trying to make it really difficult for Nads to place the Seraphine in either mid or bot. Because now it's gonna be tough for Seraphine to do much against the all-in against Samira. And oh, wow, really
Yeah,
defensive bot lane.
wow. Yeah, definitely. We can see the kind of, difference in styles here. You have like Mordekaiser, Seraphine, Senna. These are champs that have good sustainability, and you have the Yone, Samira, the Set, all these kind of run at your face, smack you up type champions. I
Hmm.
actually like the Samira too, because Samira can not only block that Seraphine ult, but also the Mordekaiser ultimate, which is gonna be so impactful for a lot of these team fights. You see the second phase of the bans come in. I see Vladimir getting banned out here by Nads.
Does this mean that Nads aren't convinced the set's going top lane? Hmm.
Wow. Yeah, well, Malphite's being banned out here as well, and so definitely a lot of magic damage being picked out here. Now it's banning out the Silas too. Definitely, taking away a lot of this AP presence. Now, upon further inspection, it does seem that Warhead has played Mordekaiser jungle before. In fact, interesting thing is that both these teams we haven't seen both these teams on the AGL stage in quite a while. Dreadnought last played 3 weeks ago, and Hidden Talent too. So definitely a lot to expect in terms of what have they been getting up to over the break, and it looks like there's still plenty of flex and spice going around here. Since Leona's being hovered by Oasis, Nail State Spa.
Which does mean this is Seraphine mid going into the Yone, which could be a really spooky matchup. If Yone pulls ahead, then say goodbye to any prio you have mid. It's really hard for the Seraphine to play up against Yone, who has so much kill threat. Went ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but the last time there was a Yone Seraphine, a little bit of a mismatch. That was Andicus up against Buckby in that Meme
I do
City and
remember.
Red Zone matchup. Now that was definitely quite the spicy situation. Speaking of spice, we see Xerath being locked in here for
Wait, wait,
Dreadnought.
wait, wait, wait. What is this?
Dreadnought are going for it. They're going sicko mode right now. They're definitely showing us up here. Just kind of pulling out all these crazy picks left and right, and really they're throwing the gauntlet down. They're down 1-0 right now, and so they need to pull out their best strats to win.
Yeah, and the Xerath is definitely a spicy pick, Jason. It's okay. There, thank you. That was my concern. Is that Dreadnought were picking so many aggressive options, the Samir, the Yone, the Set, and they don't have a way to get in and start the fight. Zach will solve that problem.
Yeah, I think Zach is a beautiful pick. Zach sets up so well for so many of these great ultimates. Fate Unsealed, the Inferno Trigger, the Right of the Arcane, body slams from Set, like all of these abilities. If Zach can lock up a one priority target, they're gonna have such a great time. And it looks like it's gonna be Ornn
What?
locked in as a counter pick, which it confirms that Warhead 852 will be picking up this Mordekaiser jungle. And so that is definitely
What?
this draft only gets spicier, Malcolm.
Yeah, this is not the R5 top counter pick I was anticipating. Jason, I thought we were going to see a carry pick because if you looking at this Nads draft, they have AP Seraphine. It's going to have to be AP. Then you have a Mordekaiser jungle and then a Senna, and so not a lot of threat early. So I was expecting like something like a Camille or something to try to make plays happen early, have some form of pressure, but no,
Yeah.
it's and also I don't think Nats haven't drafted anything to cancel the Zac jump.
I mean, Mordekaiser does exist.
It's true, but if your solution to Zac hopping in is you're ulting him as Mordekaiser, then I think Dreadnought are pretty happy with that trade.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, with that being said, we are gonna have to subject you guys to another short break, but this time we'll actually know when we'll be back. Give us a few minutes. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after our spectator delay. All right, and we are finally loaded onto Summoner's Rift after a very short delay. Smile, and you know, once again, this is Aegis Guardians League. We are with Dreadnought, Tempest, and Oasis Nails Day and Spot in our best of 3 quarterfinals. Nats are up 1-0 due to a Dreadnought Tempest FF due to a late arrival. And so here we are. So Malcolm, any interesting notes to say on the rune choices, summoner spells, etc.?
Let's see. Where do I begin? Okay, barrier on the Seraphine. Not sure what the barrier is gonna save you from, but it's there. I don't agree with that. Spellbook set is I'm interested in. We haven't seen support set in a while. It's really fallen out of favor after Riot broke both his kneecaps for being a degenerate 4-role champ. But here we see him again. Hasn't really changed that much. Just his numbers and scalings have been adjusted so that he's less desirable in the support position. But still absolutely terrifying. That champ is a stat stick and a half. Very difficult to force out of lane with his passive. And does a bunch of damage. I've even seen Conqueror on support set. It's the champ just can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, it is going to be Mordekaiser jungle, which is going to be very interesting, I will have to say. Something I'm looking forward to seeing that, honestly.
Yeah, there's not a lot of ganking power from these junglers. Zach taking some time before getting enough points in the Elastic Slingshot to be a real ganking threat. And Mordekaiser is, well, Mordekaiser. He's a immobile Juggernaut who's very reliant on setup from his lanes. And he does have some solid setup. He has the Seraphine root, he has the Ornn knockup, and he has the Leona, who is a playmaker unto herself.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I will say, it does look like bot lane for Dreadnought will hit level 2 first. Islamic Samurai does get the Facebreaker on towards Adam. Adam is going to get traded on, does have the flash. W coming down on towards the Leona as well. Riv does, yeah, a lot of chunk going out on towards the Leona. Definitely huge trade for the side of Dreadnought there. So, you know, pretty good for the side of the bot lane. And Mordekaiser is pathing away too, so definitely some good news in that front.
Yeah, that's wild that there wasn't a single summoner spell expended there in that exchange. No exhaust popped, no ignite dropped. A lot of discipline.
Yeah, well, once again, the Islamic Samurai walking up forward. Adam doesn't go for the engage onto him, and Chugs is getting some free autos on towards Risk 60. Risk 60 forced to a third health right now, and you know, even though they got the first good trade off, there Samira's forced to blow her potion. And the wave is slow pushing towards them, but you know, difficult right now for the Dreadnought bot lane to walk up.
Yeah, and I think that I don't agree with Riv's choice to take Doran's Blade in this matchup. Because you're an all-in lane, so Doran's Blade is the thinking nowadays with bot lanes and ADCs is you take Doran's Blade when you're looking for the all-in. But Samira is so short range, so reliant on the set to get in, and is eating this poke. She wants the longsword so she can survive and stay healthy enough to look for the all-in. But it's gonna be really tough now because short range ADC gonna get poked down by Senna, and needs to get land autos to heal back up now.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if we look at the mid lane too, plenty of trading going on there. Casino extremely low health, and Nats as well getting chunked out quite a lot by DT. Paradigm Shift is also going to that trade. Flash in from the side of Islamic Samurai, forces the flash out of Tricks as well. Darkfire misses the classics. Misses the Q forward on towards the Senna, so it looks like it's just going to be a trade of summoner support for AD carry here. But meanwhile, in the top lane, Warhead is in this top side, and Nats is extremely low. This might be a dive. DT forces the flash out of Nats as well, and the Mordekaiser is pathing right on up. This is going to be a really dangerous situation for the Yone so far, so Malcolm.
Yeah, I think that Nats is just gone here. There's no escape.
Yeah, and he's going for the recall right now. Will he?
Oh, but they can't get the wave in.
Oh my god, he's gonna get away. Mordekaiser walking up Warhead. Oh, manages to cancel the recall, but it looks like Nats is gonna be in trouble. It just depends on, you know, how far
Gets it off.
Oh wow, able to live with the mid lane as well. Casino might be in trouble. Is there no flash on the Xerath, but flash forced out from the Seraphine too. Casino extremely low health, and definitely been a spicy early game. Everyone's dancing on the edge of the wire here, but no kill so far.
Yeah, so many close calls though. the Zac gank, I thought for sure first blood was coming in, but Darkfire unwilling to expend the flash to land the stretchy arms.
Yeah, and in the top lane too, Deity got such a great trade onto
Oh,
us with a barrier used from Paradigm Shift extremely
what
early.
is
Remember, this
said?
Seraphine has no flash. Darkfire's here in the vicinity as well, and it looks like it's gonna kill going towards Casino. First blood on towards the Xerath, and Paradigm Shift definitely caught caught out of position there. The set and the Zac roaming in towards that mid lane, no flash on that mobile mage to the Seraphine means that it's just a free kill going over towards the mid laner.
Yeah, there's no teleport on Paradigm Shift, so it goes down and wastes the barrier. It doesn't stop much of anything with that use of the Summoner spell. And yeah, Xerath is now ahead in XP, ahead in gold, and has first blood.
Yeah, and Dreadnought get rewarded with a dragon too for their perceived troubles, And so far, if I'm Dreadnought, this has not been a bad start. Deity definitely pushing in Nats a lot and causing him to miss CS, causing him to miss these cannons, which is really crucial on the Yone. But the rest of the team is doing pretty well, I'd like to say.
Yeah, and Didi playing the matchup really well. Yone not much of a threat early game. He has his way with mages in the mid lane, but against a tank or a bruiser, much different story as we can see here.
Yeah, it's a good trade going on from Nats, though. Does get a nice trade, does get a nice chunk of health out of Deity. I will say the early game definitely does favor Ornn a lot, can stat check you with a lot of those numbers. But once Nats does get those items, once Nats, does get those levels, definitely I like the Yone's chances here.
Yeah, I think the mixed damage on his passive really helps in that regard.
Yeah, well, once
Not
again,
easy.
Facebreaker going on towards Truck's Rift 60 is also in the position to do some damage. Haymaker goes down on towards the Senna, but Adam able to lock down the set for quite a long time. The W from Rift 60 goes in as well. Level 5 ding from the side of the bot lane. Islamic Samurai walking up, trying to trade some more, but W goes down from Truck's, locking up the Senna. E going in on towards the Samira. Leona might be in trouble as well. Adam has an Ignite tick down, has a flash forced out of it. Will Rift 60 continue to chase? No, it looks like they're just going to let the Ignite tick out. And speaking of dancing on the the edge of the wire, ball lane for both Nats and Dreadnought definitely doing so.
And not a jungler in sight. There is no help for either of these duo lanes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna back off. And Riv not using the flash or the heal, which is really surprising on such an aggressive ADC that wants to get ahead. Unwilling to try to finish off the Leona there.
Yeah, I was really surprised at that. I felt like, if you went, maybe the E was on cooldown or something, but if you went for a flash E or something, just a bit more damage onto the Leona, that would have been another kill for the Samira. This, especially, since you have that Conquer and can sustain yourself in these matchups, definitely a potential angle. But look here in the top lane, Nats is getting frozen on by Deity. We often say Deity is such a great mechanical player, just a great top laner in general, but also, really knows how to play out this lane, has the wave in such a nice spot as Ornn.
Yeah, and is building, and I really like what he's doing here. He's just building to slow down Nats, slow down this Yone as long as possible. Bramblevest into Tabby is going to be really hard for this Yone to get much of anything done against this Ornn.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dragon, did get picked up earlier, so that's a good amount of time for Dreadnought to, be in the they are slightly in the driver's seat, I'd like to say, even though gold is completely even right now. I will say that definitely. Oh, bot lane here. Bot lane, though, Darkfire comes in, does get that last Slingshot drop, does get the stretchy hands on towards Adam. Adam has no flash, has no exhaust, is gonna be given away. Looks like the kill is gonna...
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Looks like it is. I guess I caster curses them. Looks like there is no kill gonna be given away for the side of Dreadnought. And it looks like, they wanted to give that kill towards the Samira, but they misplayed it. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Ornhorn comes down from the side of Deity. The E goes down from the Yoizo Sphere, unleashed on towards 2. But Nats is going to be locked up in the Death Realm by Warhead, and it looks like it's going to be a kill going towards the Mordekaiser from the gank to the top lane.
And an answer back from Nats, which is good because they're losing to bot lane right now.
Yeah, plates going towards the side of Riv and Islamic Samurai, but in the top lane, Nats does get punished there. I thought, he chunked out Deity quite by a lot there. Maybe could have been looking for a kill, but Warhead pathing up and just catching Nats with his pants down means that, they get a kill in return for free.
And again, and I want to go back to that bot lane gank because I thought if there was any situation that the Samira flashes forward to get a kill to ensure the Inferno triggers enough to finish up the Leona, it was there. but still holds it. I don't know what the Samira is waiting for. I don't know what the Dreadnought bot lane is waiting for. When you're playing this aggressive pick that doesn't want to be playing at parity against the enemy team, wants to be ahead, but is not making plays that reflect the kind of champ that they're on.
Yeah, absolutely. You are right. Samir's been holding on to that flash for so long now. And definitely, things could have been a lot more different if he's able to be willing to expend some of those summoner spells. But you see in the top lane, yeah, Doran has the plays, Steelcast has that Bramble Vest, has a Doran's ring smile. And once again, great trade going on towards the Yone. Look at I guess it's Doran's ring gap. So well played from Deity so far in these early 10 minutes.
Yeah, and look at this. The Mordekaiser got the Herald and is now has completed the Nashor's Tooth, which you don't see too often as a first item, but in the jungle, probably a necessity if you want to keep up with the clearing.
Adam does get Facebreakered in, does going to go for the trade. Islamic Samurai justing level 6 as well, but Warhead is in this ball lane as well. They are going to see them lock it up with the CC from the Solar Flare, but Darkfire is here as well. Ultimate coming down on towards the Mordekaiser. There was so much action going on right as the Arcade going down as well. Sentinel blasting in the backline as well, but Darkfire picks up the kill on towards Warhead. Rift 60 is in backline, though does have that Inferno trigger, trying to deal as much damage as possible, but Adam is in trouble, is in that bush. One Leona by her Loamson. Looks like they're just going to go for the loop around. Adam is going to be in trouble, gets the kill picked off by Rift 60. What looked like a good gank from Nads turns out to be a turnaround of kills for Dreadnought.
Yeah, great awareness from Darkfire to be in the area, and the Rite of the Arcane so useful for assisting across the map. The Seraphine was first to move, but the Xerath ult means that the Xerath is never too far behind.
Yeah, and that was a really great ult from Islamic Samurai as well, able to get the value in as well. Flash forced out from Deity, does have that return Ornhorn boomerang.
I think that's a spectator bug. I feel like it has to be.
I think he might have just whiffed it, honestly.
You think?
But yeah, flash forced out from Deity. Nats looks like he's turned around this top lane matchup. Now, does he have the E? Looking good to go for the all-in. Goes for the Q as well. W pops well, but the true damage. No, not enough. That last little execute damage from the Yone, not enough. Now, Warhead does have his Islamic Samurai in the death chamber right now, but Nats is going to go for the recall. Warhead picks up the kill on towards the Yone. Yone able to get the recall off in that top push, but ultimate coming down from Rift 6 on towards Adam, on towards Rift 60 from Adam, however, but Darkfire once again coming to rescue in this bot lane. Teleport coming in from Deity towards the bot lane. Rift Herald going top as well. So much action going on the Rift right now, Malcolm, and it looks like Warhead picks up a 320 gold, and the bot lane is just going to be dissuaded for now.
Yeah, and they did get the Samira flash, which is pretty big because Samira short range really has to work to get into these.
Samira held flash.
Yeah, sure. I don't agree. I don't agree with it, Jason, but that's the results we see on screen. And
absolutely.
Let's see. Yone actually opted to skip the Zeal, which is commonly built on Yone. The attack speed, the movement speed, really valuable on the champ, since he has two abilities, which benefit from attack speed, the W and the Q.
Absolutely, and looks like it's going to be some lane swapping going on for the side of Dreadnought. They're sending the Samira towards this mid lane, trying to give her some more farm. And Morgul does have that Immortal Shield build ready to go. Hexflash channel not going to be taken by Islamic Samurai. And, we're back to equilibrium here. 300 gold in the favor of Nats, probably just from the Mordekaiser using Rift Herald in the top lane. But, Nats definitely on the turning point for this matchup, I think, is able to... never mind. Gets chunked out a lot by Deity, but I think, as the game goes on, you have Yone, you have Xerath, you have these, scaling picks that can cause a lot of trouble for the side of Nats. So I think the game is still very much up in the air right now. Well, flash forced out from Nats as well. The all-in coming in from Deity. Nats is playing really respectful in this matchup. One little knock-up from the Ornn really is going to mess him up and force to burn the flash for stepping too far.
Yeah, and the fact that Nats flashed a failed QE combo from Deity just speaks so much to how scary this Ornn is and how well Deity
once again, the E coming in from Nats as well. The Ornhorn coming down as well. Fate Unsealed used to go away. And it looks like Deity is just playing with his spirit, half spirit, half man, because this demigod is rolling with it right now. Up 20 CS pretty much. Or up 17, 18-ish on the Yone right now in this top lane. And, it's just been so dominant in this matchup.
Yeah, and that's such a great trade. You getting the Fate sealed out of Nats is that's how he's going to make an impact on a TP play, which he does have, and Deity was forced to expend it earlier to try to salvage the play bot side on the Samira. So, which means Nats has the TP still, but there's a minute or so window where there is no Fate unsealed.
Oh, Islamic Samurai might be in trouble, but does
Oh,
get the ultimate out on
wait.
towards the Ornn. And, pretty clean to say Deity just couldn't react to the W, couldn't react and press W in time, which is fine. But Dragon in a minute 20 means that he won't have that important ultimate for the Dragon team fight. But it looks like Darkfire wants to fight now. E-pull-in goes on towards the Mordekaiser. Looks like different channel as well. But Rift 60 gets a huge Inferno trigger on towards Deity. Deity with the sliver of health taken out from the Ignite from Islamic Samurai. Darkfire able to jump out as well with that elastic slingshot. But Seraphine comes on to 3. The Root comes down as well. Nats doesn't have ultimate, remember. Rift 60 has the fully stacked style points, but not going to go further. And it looks like it's going to be a 1-for-0 for the side of Dreadnought.
Yeah, and so many ultimates expended before Drake has even spawned. But I think Nad's going to get the mid tower. They should get it right here.
Yeah, able to get the trade back.
Let's see. Where's Adam right now? Okay, Adam just reset. Okay, so they get to refresh wards first. They're going to be first out on the map. And where's Yone going to go?
Looks like Yone is moving towards the top side, does have that teleport, but Deity is up pretty soon. I'm not sure if he'll be up for the dragon fight, but definitely will be available pretty soon if Nats can stall a bit longer for Soul Point. Now, I would like to point out the Rage Knife that Trux has built. He hasn't finished the Kraken Slayer on the Senna, which is really interesting. And you look at the item breakpoints, it definitely looks like Dreadnought have a slight advantage there. You don't have complete items on supports, but 80 carry and junglers definitely are there. And even though Nats doesn't have that, Shield Bow still does have a slight item lead in terms of completion on Deity.
Yeah, and I think both teams are apprehensive about approaching this Drake. But now the ultimates are going back up. Encore's available, and that's probably the scare. And the Call of the Forge God, and Deity's TP's up. So now this is anyone's Drake, and I think Nads can get it if they want it. They don't have the Death Realm yet, but or the Senna ult, but I think that's fine.
Yeah, I will say not having a Death Realm definitely is huge for this team fight, though. It removes the ability for Mordekaiser to kind of isolate a target in this team fight. Now both teams are just gonna play tag in the river right now, just poking each other and trying to do what they can. But it does look like top lane still pretty still. I think they're just waiting for a teleport angle. But the Xerath able to get so much poke damage. Look at Leona being chunked to half health already. Teleport coming in from the Ornn, but Solarfur coming out as a flash E on towards the set instead. Now the Seraphine ult did get whiffed by Rift 60's W there, but Adam in the backline as well. Rift 60's Inferno trigger does get cancelled. Darkfire trying to do as much as possible, but looks like the Zaka is going to be in passive. But look at Casino in the backline. Xerath does have an angle to do some more damage. Casino does pick up the kill onto her truck, but the Inferno trigger, huge there. Not enough. Warhead picks up the kill onto her. Well, Paradigm Shift picks up on Rift 60, but Casino, can he kill? Can he get the kills here? Yes, picks up one onto the Mordekaiser, but Deity able to breathe on top of the Magic Man and pick up the kill instead. And it's gonna be a 2-for-4 for the side of Dreadnought, for the side of Nads, sorry.
Oh, such a close fight, and I have to give a ton of credit to Paradigm Shift. He didn't actually whiff the Encore. He waited out the wind wall, and he cast it, and it made massive impact in that fight. And that's a tricky thing to do. To navigate the wind wall, but so many scary options that Dreadnought and Riv in particular have to consider when approaching these fights. There's the Call of the Forge God, there's the Senna ult, there's the Leona engage. There's so many things to be afraid of, and so Paradigm Shift being really patient and getting the Encore off through waiting for the wind wall to drop. Really well played.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think they lose that fight if they don't get that off.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I misspoke as well earlier because Riv blocks the double E proc from the Seraphine, meaning that she had the ult available, and there's that huge team fight tool that pretty much unlocks the entirety of Nad's composition. Now this does put gold just up a few hundred for the side of Nads, which is still acceptable. That is just some minions and some farming that can make up that deficit. So I still think it's extremely even. Dreadnought against to their name, and yeah, I think it's just gonna boil down to some more scaling and how when the next fight is gonna be. But the searing charge does go down on towards the Xerath. Now is Deity gonna get chunked out? No, just half health. And looks like both top and mid lane are gonna take the trade for now. And so I think we're back on equilibrium for them on the map for now, Samarkand. But as I say that, Solifer coming out onto the Samir, the W doesn't block that, my friend. Riv does avoid the ultimate instead, but Paradise Shift is on the killing spree now. Riv walking too far forward and getting punished.
Yeah, is it this point in the game where where caution is advised? Like, I think the aggression was justified early, but Riv seems to have them mixed up. Caution early game and I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Confidence when respect is due. But I want to go back to that Drake, the dance around Drake, Jason, because Nad sat for a good 45 seconds just eating Xerath Qs and Ws, and they have the Seraphine, but mind you, this is an AP Seraphine, and the Seraphine W is what's maxed last on well, wherever she goes. You go QE when you're playing Seraphine, and the Senna has some sustain with the Q. You just see it right there, but it's not a ton, so you really don't want to be standing in front eating that poke. But they did, and they still win the fight. So next time, if Nads just don't wait for the Xerath to start poking them out and just start the fight, I don't know if Dreadnought will see a fight as close as the previous one.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I will say I don't think Nats didn't really have, or Chaoji and Nats didn't really have as much of an impact that fight. The TP did come down, but we didn't really see a good fate unsealed there. So I think that definitely was one of the game changers too. Now Dragon will be up in 2 minutes, and it could be sole point for the side of Dreadnought Tempest. But it just depends on how they want to play the game. You do have scaling elements, but you also have a lot of early game elements that fall behind as well. So it's going to depend on how they play out the game and what their team plan is what their game plan is in the first place. Speaking of, Darkfire is going to get engaged upon from everything. All that burst coming down. Mordekaiser E-pull as well. Fail flash over the wall. Trooks picks up the kill, but on the other side, Adam might be in trouble. Little Solar Flare comes down as well. Yone all whiffs. Adam flashes out. Great reaction time. Deity is here as well. Ornn goes completely south, but Xerath trying to do as much poke as possible. Warhead flashes in, does get them ultimate on towards Rift 60. Can Rift 60 last as long as possible? Does get that Inferno Trigger on towards Mordekaiser in the Death Room, but the attack speed from that Nash's Tooth just too much. The Haymaker comes down off that Seraphine all response, but Nats is in as well. Does have that Q, gets the kill onto Mordekaiser. Casino picks up the snipe onto Leona as well, and it's going to be a 2 for 2 when all is said and done. This Xerath just doing so much for 1 and 2 right now. Huge. Right at the Arcane coming down as well. One more shot onto Troops will do it. Forces a flash out of the Senna. And just like that, I think that was great for Dreadnought Tempest. Able to take a losing fight and, turn around the tide onto its head.
Yeah, and I have to question Warhead's decision to flash forward onto this.
Flash coming in from Casino as well, but he says no mana. One more auto on towards him, but the flash Q cover, the flash W as well. The Q Paradise Shift with the sidestep. One more W is gonna pick up the shove down on towards the Seraphine, and just like that, Dreadnought Tempest turned this game around on its heels.
Yeah, and Jason, I'm really not sure why Warhead flashed forward for the Samira. You've killed the Zac, right? You get his flash, and you force the Fate Unsealed out. Once the Fate Unsealed is gone, turn on Baron, you have Death Realm. There's the most dangerous member, whoever comes up to approach, you just ult them. And if the Xerath comes out, you back off, and then you can go back and hit the Baron. But instead they force so hard, and yeah, now Dreadnought have advantageous positioning around the
Dreadnought,
Drake.
you have first step on this dragon, but look at Adam is able to take some inside position and look for a flank, forcing Dreadnought to respect that. Riv 60 is frontlining though, wants to get that aggressive position, but Nats and Casino are here though. They are in position. These two incredibly high damage champions. Darkfire going in with Elastic Sync Charge does get death round by the Mordekaiser, but this is a Zac. He does have the passive, is able to avoid that death grabs. Mordekaiser is quite in deep, but Darkfire breaking. He goes, Set ultimate coming in. Huge fade unsealed as well. Great team fight from side of Dreadnought. Riv 60 does get that Inferno Trigger on towards the sideline. Casino is able to pick up the snipe on towards Adam. Killing spree for the Xerath. Q coming in from Paradigm Shift. Darkfire going with the slingshot double kill. And it's going to be a clean ace for the side of Dreadnought Tempest.
Oh, what a great showstopper facebreaker from Islamic Samurai. That was perfect. And I didn't even get a chance to really mention that Seraphine was walking from base, Jason, before that, as that fight was developing, and wasn't quite in position, and so it was such a hectic and scuffed fight for the side of Nads, and now I think they're Dreadnought are threatening Soul Point, and Nats have given control of the game back. The Yone has shrugged off these past few minutes, the past 20 minutes of play, and is approaching IE, going to be quite powerful in this next fight. And the
Yeah.
Xerath is an ever looming problem. Your comp doesn't have a great answer to it. You're very reliant on Deity and the Call of the Forge God to force the Xerath to use defensive options, force the flash, which he doesn't have right now,
Yeah.
and kill him. But if you don't have a way to do that, then the Xerath is just gonna run you over. You don't have an answer. You don't have enough sustain to deal with him.
Yeah, you have the Horizons focus, the 10-stack Dark Seal. I want to say that was one of the most satisfying team fights I've seen just ever casting. Like, you had the amazing set ultimate come in from Islamic Samurai, followed with the instant Fate Unsealed. You had Rift 60, you timed the Wind Wall so perfectly to block the Seraphine out there. Not to mention, Darkfire got locked up in that death round so early, but broke the ankles of Warhead there, just dancing around all over the place. That was a miracle level fight from the side of Dreadnought, and they played it perfectly. And that could have that might, if they win the game, that is a game-winning team fight right there, especially with how that was played.
Yeah, and I was so concerned seeing Darkfire flying back into the enemy team wall in death round. I'm like, okay, he's dead. He's gonna die here. They're gonna lose Drake. They're gonna lose Baron. But Islamic Samurai proving me wrong. Crazy showstopper. And good stun.
Yeah, good stun, but it is Ornn.
It is Ornn. It is Ornn.
It is Ornn.
That's a full armor Ornn, mind you.
It's a full armor Ornn as well.
Yeah, he's not doing that much. Granted, it is Ornn who does get increased benefit from building resists.
Oh,
nice try.
Deity did look for it, but Casino does have 3 items, does have that Medjais as well. This Xerath really is banking on the fact that, he is doing that, he can go for these. And, definitely game moving back into a bit of a dead state here. Both teams just looking to pick up some side lanes, looking to pick up some farm right now and go for the scaling. You look at Nats, has that Infinity Edge completed, has the Null Magic Mantle. I think he is going to be building towards Wit's End, which is going to be huge, especially because, Nats' comp does so much magic damage.
Yeah, I really like that pickup. Also, interesting, look at this, Jason. DD upgraded the Riftmaker first.
You're right.
Yeah, and which is so strange because you have great mythics to upgrade.
Oh, speaking of which, Casino might be in trouble, and Flash comes down from the side of Deity. The Flash as well, but great Flash reaction from the side of Casino as well. So it looks like it's just gonna be a trade of Flashes and a TP from Islamic Samurai of all people. And so I really question that. I don't know why Casino is side laning against the Ornn when that should be Nats' role right now.
Yeah, and also it's so important that Deity blew the Flash off Casino, because that's the only way he has to evade the Leona ult, to evade
Darkfire.
Not
might
again.
be trouble. He forced the flash out on the Zac. Darkfire really been kind of dancing in the front lines here, kind of teasing Nats. Come at me, you won't. And you see here, Nats being forced to teleport back to his tier 2 for safety, just because of this lack of vision and just lack of awareness about where Nats are on the map.
Yeah, and I really, really want to see Nads try to punish this flashless Casino right now. Because he's immobile. He has the Dark Seal movement speed, but that's about it. And so Call of the Forge God, Solar Flare, there's so many tools. Even Encore, if it's used well, can catch him out. So I want to see them force wall the flashes down for the Xerath.
Yeah, now it does look like the next opportunity for that will be at this Cloud Dragon. Mordekaiser and Leona are taking their recalls, going to stock up on wards, stock up on items. And, resets should be coming in respectively from other members of Dreadnought pretty soon. But Nats doesn't have TP in his top lane, which means that I think he's looking to pick up this top lane tower. But Deity is here as well, and that is Ornn. So, unlucky, I'd have to say.
Yeah. Let's see. Pretty mellow game now. And I don't like this, Jason. I'm really not a fan of this collector on Samira, and is going for the stopping for the Executioner's Calling. So this Samira is. So one, you're going up against 3 very beefy champions, against Mordekaiser, Ornn, and Leona. Champs that Collector's not a great option against. You really want the LDR this game, LDR IE, but gonna delay that spike. They're just doing it.
Yeah, they are able to pick up Dragon instantly, but it looks like they still want the fight. Fate Unsealed going on towards 2. Paradigm Shift gets blown up. Who cares about a Seraphine ult if you don't even get to use it? Rift 60 does have that Inferno trigger in the backline, but it looks like he's gonna be death drummed up by the Mordekaiser. Rift 60 forced to flash out, but the Warhead follow flash picks up the kill as well. Set ultimate comes down, but it looks like there's not enough members on the side of Dreadnought to keep going. Nats is on a rampage though, picks up the kill on towards the Warhead. Deity is trying to do as much damage as possible on this Ornn, but it looks like it's just gonna be Islamic Samurai trying to pick up the sack. Whoa! The Haymaker picks up the kill on the return, and that's gonna be a 4 for 5 for the side of Nats.
But Dreadnought pick up the soul, so the question is it worth it? You've and let's look at these ults. I think it's an okay trade.
Now Xerath did lose all his Dark Seal stacks.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, they did get the Xerath in the end, which is a pretty big win. The movement speed's now gone from the Medjais, but Casino is picking up stopwatch and working towards the Zanyas. So, and the Flash is about to come back up. So I'm glad they shut him down and they killed him while the Flash was down. But now Casino has realized the error of his ways, going to get some defensive items going.
Yeah, and it looks like DT's upgrading the Leona right now. So, but yeah, has the Seraphine upgraded? Has the Leona upgraded? Hasn't upgraded the Senna yet, which is quite the interesting choice, I would say. But
yeah, well, I would have thought that would have been priority over the Mordekaiser at least. I can understand the Leona,
Facebreaker going on to Leona. Looks like it's just going to be some supportal combat right now. Nothing too spicy going on. But, you know, Rift 60 in a very dangerous position. The Solar Flare once again. But Darkfire is here as well. Looks like it was just a bait. Fate Unsealed goes wide from Nats, though. Adam might be in trouble. Ultimate coming in from the set. Huge Facebreaker too. Ultimate going down on towards Dark. Lands onto a Darkfire from the Seraphine, but Deity might be in trouble as well. Forced to flash over the wall. Casino also locked up by the Mordekaiser in this ultimate. The baby cage. Casino does have that stopwatch. Now, the Xerath does have that flash. Will he use it? Yes, this time. It looks like no, he's not going to live. Warhead with the EQ claw over the wall, able to pick up the kill on towards the Xerath, and it looks like 1 for 1, but Nads are going to be starting up the Baron here, which is, I don't know about this, Malcolm.
Yeah, they don't have the Death Realm anymore. This is pretty risky.
Yeah, but with Islamic Samurai going and Deity getting chucked out by a lot, that's a huge shutdown on towards Darkfire, and it looks like Warhead is going to be picked off as well. Rift 60 going in with the Inferno trigger is able to be picked off by the auto attack from Troops, but Darkfire from downtown, splash! The Zac comes in and picks up the return kill as well, and it looks like that's going to be a 2 for 4 for the side of Dreadnought on the back end of it, and they're going to pick up this Baron.
Yeah, these fights are really split, and that does not benefit Nad's comp at all, who really want a front-to-back type of affair, but absolutely benefits Dreadnought, and that's why they come out ahead here. And
all right.
Also, I think there's a massive... Oh, okay, nice try. There's a massive support gap. Islamic Samurai is playing so well. These showstoppers are fantastic.
Yeah, I feel like Adam's getting baited in a lot, you know, just then. Like, I thought Rift 60 got caught out by that Solar Flare, but Darkfire, you know, looking like Batman right now, swooping in, and then, you know, so much great follow up from the side of Dreadnought, and really kind of isolating the Leona engage from the rest of the team's follow up, meaning that, you know, Nats have a hard time playing these fights.
Yeah, and because Nads is splitting up like this, or allowing themselves to be split, now this means that the Collector doesn't look so bad on Riv, because I was thinking he's building Collector going up against a triple front line. So it's an uphill battle to kill these beef balls with a assassin item like that. But if the fights are split, if Rib's allowed to access to the backline like he's been getting these past few fights, the Collector's fine. It doesn't matter. And he's on the IE now, so he's incredibly strong.
Yeah, and crucially, look at Darkfire's items. Has the Sunfire, has that Thornmail, has a Spirit Visage, has, you know, looking like building towards the Randuins. This Zac is just massive, looking like a blob of destruction right now. Darkfire definitely been playing out of design, really setting up his team with these ganks as well. But honestly, everyone on Dreadnought really stepping up. You know, they don't want to go down so easy. But the Seraphine Encore, 3-man coming in as well. Double stun on towards Riv and Casino. Man. Just when we were applauding them, I caster cursed them somehow. It's going to be a 3-for-0 pick for the side of Nads. And that's some huge cooldowns right now. And a great ult from Paradigm Shift. They're going to run it down mid, and they could even look to end the game at this rate.
Wait, can they?
Some huge death timers.
Yeah, I think they can. They have the wave. They have these tanks. Ornn can tank the wave with the Seraphine and Senna heals behind him. He can soak up the damage, and they were unable to pull the wave. Baron is still up
Okay, maybe
on.
assist inhibitor. Maybe assist inhibitor.
Oh, do they force it any further? The showstopper is so scary. They're
Now,
going
it
for it.
is 5v2, so that's very possible. This could just be the end of the series as we know it. Great ultimates coming in from Nats and Islamic Samurai. Nats picks up the kill on towards Warhead, but Nats is dead as well. Shut down on towards the Yone. Islamic Samurai forced a flash out as well. Samira is up, and Xerath is up in 1 second as well. Now, Riv 60 trying to do as much damage as possible. Does put the W away. Windwall going in, but he gets one shot by Trooks. It's just Casino left, but right after the Arcane comes down as well. Adam flashes in, gets the stun as well. Darkfire coming in, trying to save the bases in shambles. It's an open Nexus. It's 20 seconds on the set. It is one Zac against the world. And just like that, Nats are going to pick up the 2-0 over Dreadnought Tempest.
Oh, just what a great pick from Paradigm Shift and Adam. After we were criticizing them, Jason, for and Nads as a whole for such botched fights and split focus, they just get that pick, and despite the Baron being on the other side, they win the game right there. And not quite sure what Riv was doing at the end. Maybe just a little more patience from the Samira, and they don't lose the game right there.
Yeah, I mean, that was literally the game. Like, we were talking about game-winning plays and game-winning fights. That was literally the game-winning ultimate. And
yeah,
wow, that was incredible 3-man ultimate, picking off Darkfire, picking off Riv 60, picking off Casino, and just like that, it's looking like it's a go. I hate to say it, but it's a go next season angle now for Dreadnought, as you know, Nats take their playoff journeys on towards the next round.
Yeah, heading into semifinals. Yeah, and kind of anticlimactic, Jason. It was effectively a 1-game series, due to the delays and whatnot. But it was an exciting game, and a lot of crazy fights, and it was thoroughly entertaining. And
Absolutely.
I wish we could have gotten another one or another two.
Absolutely. I that put all the energy of 3 games into one right there. I definitely had a blast casting that. I don't know about you, but with that being said, it does seem like Oasis Nails Day and Spa will progress to the semifinals against Sprouts in a best of 5, which would be great content. I can't wait to cast the best of 5, Malcolm. What about you?
Yeah, and given how hectic and fun that game was we just saw from Nads, I'm excited to see what we're gonna get between them and Sprouts next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, with that being said, unfortunately, we are sad to say that we could only be here with you guys for 1 game, but don't worry, we'll be here next week for 5. Smile. Now, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll catch you next week.